he put some salt crystals inside of it. But the monkeys, they were around, they watched him, what is he doing there? And they were curious, First he put some of them in front of it, little ones. So they went there to taste it, and they said, oh wow, this is salt, this is delicious. And they saw that he was putting big stones in there. Eventually there was a smart one, and he grabbed into it, and grabbed then eventually those rock crystals, those salt. And then he attacked this person attacked him with a leash, and the monkey saw him. You know what he did? He tried to get out of it. While he was holding the crystals, he tried to get out of it. He couldn't. It's logical, isn't it? Yeah? Because the pipe is only as thin as the arm, and at the end is this where he was holding on the crystal. That makes it even impossible to push it, to pull it through, right? So as soon as he this desert person, as soon as he grabbed the monkey and put a leash around his head, only a leash, like a dog leash, the monkey realized, holy shit, you know what he did, the monkey? He let go of the crystals. Do you know what happened then? He could put his arm out. Huh? The whole philosophy. He's guilty, right? So on the leash, he tied him to a tree and waited. Because when you eat salt, what happens? You get thirsty eventually. And you get so thirsty, you just want to get the hell out of there. And those monkeys have their own secrets out there, those caves that only they know about, where to get water, because it's a very valuable commodity. Unless you go to an elephant tree, they have a big trunk, they have also water. Drill a hole in it, drink as much as you can, and then plug it again, for the tree and other people or whatever to have it. Eventually this guy, this monkey got so thirsty that at this moment, at this time, he didn't think about this secret or no secret, I'm thirsty, He let go of the leash, and this monkey was running into the desert, where those rocks are and trees, whatever, and this person followed him, kept up with him, and eventually the monkey went into a big, there were some rocks there, and then went into it like caves, and he was drinking water, and then took off. And then he went down there to drink his water and fill up his bag with water. See? That's the whole philosophy about sticking your arms to something where your arm fits into it, and then you grab onto something and you can't get it out. This may be the same philosophy with this thief catching him, maybe instinct, you're supposed to grab something down there, and then try to get your arm out, and you can't. Baron, somebody said you're guilty, right? Is this now reality or not? But there are spirits, yes. With spirits, you're not supposed to play around, because they have also a commodity, a value, and well, I don't know what a spirit is going to do in this spirit world with expensive perfumes. It's just a treasure, just like some people who had in their home, I've seen this on TLC, some treasures like they hidden a lot of money when they were old in the wall, and they closed it up like in a spy movie, and put things on it. Yeah, you're not supposed to. Nobody's supposed to know it. This was their savings bank, and eventually that pair died someday because of old age, or I don't know. And some people figured out, hey, they must have been rich. And they tried to figure out where their money is. And as soon as they got too close to the wall, where they thought that must be where the money is, because there's a hollow sound. Okay. Before they could make a hole in it, they felt a very evil something near them, like there was something watching them. That was the spirit. That must have been the spirit of those people who lived here once, We've got the same problem here. There are spirits running all the time. There are males and children walking around here in this apartment here. And last night also, I made a little light in the kitchen, and then I went to the bathroom because it's a little light, and the door was a little bit like that. There's no one out there, no one. And then I went back, and I saw through the door, because this is a glass door partially, there was a shadow flying by. They like to play sometimes, You suddenly wake up and there's a a person or two are standing there watching you. They look like men, but they're black, dark shadows. They have no surroundings, nothing. You just see whether they're wearing a hat, or what form they have. People from my family, they say at times they see people there in color too, in white, like dressed in wedding dress. I've seen even one time Buddha waking up beside my bed, like I slept in a big bedroom. I was thinking about who are the aliens, who is Buddha, and because the temples look like spaceships and everything, when you inform yourself on YouTube, you find out about it. They're sitting like in the cockpit. And I was thinking about this all day long, and then nighttime, same thing. Sunday I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was still dark, but still a little light, and there was something beside me. And I looked to the left, because it's a double bedroom, nobody's using it because it's always cold there. And there was a Buddha there, figure. The way Buddha from the side, long ear, this strange curly hair until it goes up there. These, I think, meaning chakras. But the Buddha that I saw had different eyes. His eyes were black. His eyes were so big. You're looking from a side view, you could see the eyes black. Two big black eyes. But the head, everything was human. Maybe that was the real Buddha, But they disguised this as a human Buddha. Because that way, those people won't have any problems with the Western culture or so. Same thing when they're selling Buddha statue. Buddha, his skin color and his blood was blue. Yeah, blue color like this. But think about it, in our world, you want to sell this statue made of stone or brass or gold, and you painted it blue. Do you think people are gonna buy this? It's better when you paint it in gold or make it in gold, right? Then those people buy it. Yeah? That's how you make your money off. And these people still live under us, those blue-skinned ones. They live in caves in India. At times they were seen coming out, suddenly appearing from somewhere in the almost outside city, there's still houses and so on, walking by with their things over, covered. But, it's nothing is a mystery, it's all reality. So what happens with this Buddha? I was staring at him, what happened? It's typical to ghosts, to spirits. This Buddha was suddenly getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Normally you would get scared, and I said, just be calm, And then suddenly it got so big, like this whole room, and then suddenly it just faded away. And it was gone. This is how they usually disappear. Or they run by, or, It's very interesting. So now I'm going to check this again on the right side. If it is wet. It's still oozing there, yeah. A little bit, yeah, but this helped a lot. And it's kinda... I'll let you show it. Take a look at it. I don't know if you can see it. Because I cannot see because the display is behind me now, so. And here it is, if you can see this, yes. Here it is so wet here. And this stuff is glued together. And then pressing on it, it hurts. Then I press some more, hurts even more. Eventually, there comes this moment where it hurts even more. But then you just accept it, You accept it. I just say to myself, forget about the pain. This is no pain. This belongs to you. This is part of life. Just leave it there. Keep holding it. And I keep holding it. And I just shift where I keep the pressure on, like here below here, if you can see me. or see it, yeah, here, and then I just move it up here, because that's how you're supposed to work, or move your gauze, you know, and have each centimeter be covered with, to be used. And I keep it there, and then what happens, I don't know if you can see this. I have to check how I'm holding the camera to see if you can see it. Here I'm pressing more and more into it. And then it's some here it hurts, here too. There's this kind of bump.